turned 70 in an event which was also the launch of his books, as he's one of the writers in the kingdom. Umhluma Widow and Youth Foundation today met with widows at Spokosini, where they were giving them details on how they can derive income and also grow their businesses through financial literacy. The Mbabane municipality continues to take notice of the warnings that have been released by the Weather Department and the National Disaster Management Agency. One of the senior citizens of the country today turned 70 in an event which was also the launch of his books, as he's one of the writers in the kingdom. Mr. Linda Dlamini today launched his book, which was part of the 70th celebration of his birth. Members of his family, children, relatives had gathered at Hawane Resort to see the day being a success. He commended the support he received from his family members until he reached this far, especially stated that he had worked for government in several departments where, as he grew up, he had the passion of writing.
20 cents. Ukusuka eMutshani ngeMbabane pheze ngibuye. Kwakusengi 5 cents kusuka eSidwashini. Ngebhasi uye St Francis nangiya esikolweni ngathonisa St Francis. So ngahamba ke ngiyangibuka emuva ngiyabona nokuthi lo mdzalo wethu suke bekhona lapho. Kubhala incwadi ngathi ngakhutsatwa kuwina R2. Consolation Prize kaSebenza National Institute nga-1970. Times of Swaziland bana Macmillan ngangenela ngawina ke lencwadi le ngathola position 1. Kuna incwadi lethi ikhona indzawo yakhe eVulande yathola position 1 wayipha lokwenjana Macmillan ngangiwina competition ngathola position. So thereafter I'm just rolling on ngisakhona vele futhi sengiretire. I have plenty of time.
Unendlebe yekulalela bantu kungako nje wakhanza ukuthi nahulumende uthakamise lapha esicongweni saka Labor abengilabor commissioner ngoba labantu bebakhala la kuye bekabeva atisebenze tindzaba tabo
nabathi nje sekubeka phi inkosi ke in terms of first class or second class voted and so on. That's one of the panelists with confidence. Second class.
Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shongwe with Kimbali Mavuso, Hawane Resort. Umhluma Widow and Youth Foundation today met with widows at Spokosini, where they were giving them details on how they can derive income and also grow their businesses through financial literacy. Umhluma Widow and Youth Foundation today had convened with women widows of Spokosini, where they were presenting opportunities to women of financial literacy and also educating more about legislations that looks into their welfare. Lungelo Zulu from Umhluma organization stated that this initiative is important and is supported by the American government and ESWATINI government, as there are many stakeholders who are willing to assist.
Nokunye lokulwaveta boba be-RA sihlangene nabo imalophele ngaNovember ukuthi umthetho awube khona lobukele empafelo kade even, and so kuyadzingeka yilimbo ngathi ngabe kade silive noma uhulumende la kwenda ukuthi nako ema programs abafelo kade nabo abe khona, and ke kulo muntu othi siziqhushwa ngibani sathi nasicalisa nako nasi launcha le project lena sing America sayimexa office inako kuyo le olinako lelinako i-department yakatinkundla la afike sayithula khona ku-PS abeso sibitela bo RA nabo RS sayithula khona nema authorities ke emiphakathi lo mphathi lesafike sisebenzele kiwo siqale sinako siyithule khona bese ke sesihamba so engage nalabo mari. So all ama structures la fanele are involved ma processes lawo nawe ama structures sifike sive imivo yawo sive nema challenges awo ukuthi ama challenges kunanga longasita ngu-ABCD.
One of the widows stated that this is an initiative that is helpful to them, as it is mind-opening and gives them courage to continue and be independent women and support their families.
kunenge lesi sikufunzile ngiko kona le business lokonga ukuthi songa kanjani kuze sikhone kuba inhlangano lengawi kungaba lesivile engathi Bhutilungelo unalo ligcozi lekusita kiko ngiloko lokuphatha inhlangano naloko ukuthi inhlangano yethu ingagcini incane igcine inkulu sibafelo kati sigcine sineligama lelikhulu ikakhulukati la emangweni nasenkundleni yonke jikelele ngoba leli phupho lethu kusuka la sibeka khona Lungelo sigcine sifika emabhizinisini lamakhulu.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Lindashong with Kimberly Mavuso, Spokosini. The Mbabane municipality continues to take notice of the warnings that have been released by the Weather Department and the National Disaster Management Agency of the imminent threat of cyclones that might hit the country. The Mbabane municipality heeds to the warning that has been released by the National Disaster Management Agency and the Early Warning Department and the ESWATINI Meteorological Services that there are possibilities that the country might experience cyclones, where they stated that they will open up drainage systems in installing bigger pipes that will carry huge volumes of water to avoid the flooding that was normally seen in the Mbabane city during rainy days. He stated that there will be interruption of traffic, therefore urges motorists to be compliant with those who will be working on the ground.
yonke sifaka emapipe lamakhulu laphansi latawenda ukuthi le drainage yethu isale ikhona ukuthatha emanti lamaningi because ngathi ama-experts ethu abukile lesimo lapha emva kokuthi sende study kwaphuma i-recommendation yokuthi vele no sidinga ukukhulise lamapipe abekhona thatha emanti lamthamo lomkhulu. So the project leyo iyaqala linda kweviki esiya kulo nje. We are hoping ukuthi sibe siyiqedile in the next 4 weeks. So itali traffic disturbances that are for that particular part of the city. So ngicela nje ukuthi sive vele silandzele emasayini labakhona bakhomba ukuthi angala nazivalile nangomgwaqo lo ngawusebenzisa. So i-process noma i-project letawuthatha loyo 4 weeks nakhona lidangigcizelele ukuthi nangabe timvula titasinika lelo thuba lokuthi sikhone kusebenza ngoba sibe sisebenza ngetigurumba letinkulu lapha njengoba kwathi nawe angeke tikhone kungena elizaleni nangabe liyaqhubeka liyana, but we do pray ukuthi tabakhona that reprieve i-break etimvula sikhone ukuthi umsebenzi siwuqede. Sekugcizelela nje kuma-residential areas thina singumasipala asivumi ukuthi umuntu adiphe isihlabathi la emgwaqweni ngoba loko isinatifika letimvula bese lamanti akasakhoni ukugijima kulama-drain ndinga. So ukhangela amanti lawo sapiyele ekade emgwaqweni noma-ke sagcina angena ama-properties ebantu. So thina singumasipala kuliqala loko sifike sithathe leso sihlabathi sibese siyabophana naye loyo mnikati wewe.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Lindashong, Kimberly Mavuso in Mbabane. Boy Dlamini, a man from Lamkapi, state that they are divided as a family. This follows that there is a dispute of not letting him build a structure in the land that is owned by their parents. Boy Dlamini of Lamkapi is accusing some of his family members who have divided the family over an issue of allocation of land where he is expected to build a structure for his wife. The family members are divided as some agree to his project and some have a disagreement, especially his sister, whom he pointed out as the one who is stopping the operation of the construction.
Ngengavele emsakadweni inhlohlaba iyenza leyo ukuthi la khaya kithi bayangivimba ukuthi ngakhe khona. Uma bangivimba ukuthi ngakhe khona lenkinga lenkulu kakhulu. Indlu enkulu yayijuba lenza. Manje sengihambe kanti ngafika ukuthi ke sengifuna ke indlela le ndawo sitanga la eMaswatini ukuthi kubangwa yini lokuthi bale lokuthi ngichubeke ngakhe ngitsitenga October mabalima lamasimini ekhaya ngashayela libe shemeni ngathi shemeni ngoba ngiyela ngimisa amasaka ngathi shemeni ngicela ngisite lokuthi abemise bangahlanyeli la kufanele ngakhe khona wathi ke shemeni kimi la kusho wathi indungulu yayijuba lenzaba njengoba vele yayijuba yathi asitokudlalisana manje angichubeke emnene emhlabathi wakithi keja kimi ungathi makaqala lecaleni wangimisa shemeni lo ngathi ngifuna lo sito Maswati ngiloko ukuthi ngibuka tindo letiningi letendekako la ekuthaneni mangabe tindo kuthiwa tiyakhulunywa tiyaphethwa kufuna bese kuchubeka lesijubo keja ke lokho kubonakalako nalonyaka seyijutshiwe baphinze balima la isimo lona inkinga kakhulu la ekhaya lesihambe safika ekugcineni naye ngilodzadze lomdzala labafana sike sethe eminyakeni lophela emalungiselela kuteka lo mfana basho labafana ukuthi kahle kahle lo mshikashika lomkhulu kangaka akusibo bona ezibange emajaha ngulamantombazane akithi washo lokucayisa asade ukuthi awakhona yini ngolo ngazi ukuthi sengifuna lokuthola isisisa ngoba unethi inkulumo lanathi naye lo dzadze ukuthi babe wathi mhlawumbe lesivuta ukhona lokusitshela ngoba ukukhuluma nje andlulise kanti makatha utshela lesive ukuthi beka khuluma nababe kwakwende njalo.
The implicated sister in the matter was contacted by Channel Yemaswati by telephone, who stated that she cannot have any comment about the issue. But as Channel Yemaswati will continue to do follow-ups. For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shong with Kimberly Mavusola Mkapi. Jikchela Dlamini says that he is living a difficult life following that he was stopped from farming his fields, stating that this is a cause of the ongoing dispute in the area. Mr. Jikchela Dlamini of Kashali pleads for authorities to intervene in his matter. He states that he is suffering due to that he cannot plow or cultivate his fields after he was ordered to stop in an ongoing land dispute in the area. He stated that only the judiciary will assist him in giving a good verdict on the issue.
Kuthenjele ngulokanyana kwiminyaka seminenkoja kude nento le yangimisa phela ngangimiswanga ngemaciniso kwashaywa nje igungu kwentwa imishosha phasi ngemiswa ngaphandle kwethetho akusaqali ke masimami lawa lalentasi nje ngemukwa nawo athengiswa konke nje nangalanga ekhaya ngala ngemukwa nakhona kwathengiswa ngagijima ke ngata ukukhubala lapho ngacela kubabe ukuthi manje ngento elila khona ngobe la kwacela mina nje ngiseselokwaneni
so phila ngani Nkosi Malini
kude phela seyinkinga ngoba nawe nje ngiyacela ukuthi ngilokwanyanele umuntu lo tangithengela nade inkukhu kude lese ngiphila ngalo nada tsadli lutho kumadima nje kodwa akuyuba madima endvodzeni nayisekhona
utibita malini Nkosi
ngede ngakho siyakhuluma nje nalolo safikile
Nkosi
siyakhuluma nje nalolo safikile sifu
kwema Nkosi ngithi besikhuluma lela nkulunkulu liqiniso kwema Nkosi ngalo June nje vele bekuphithitela kakhulu kodwa ke kuhambe kuhamba ngabo lo September 17 vele ke kwangena bo Riversend netihlabathi kepha ke 24 September Nkosi bema ngoba ngaseva lo libandla lemasundvini ngaseva nalo wakamamba sizwe mamba ngamseva Nkosi kube yema ke emlangeni vele ke Nkosi bekugangwa ngiko nje Nkosi kwema beba ningibona ngoba bebasekela ngisho ipolice station kamanzini cishe yonke beyila but nje station commander Duba basiphethe court order bona yakamanje simanga ukuthi phela manje ngathi mina ukuthi ude mandla ekukhipha iorder yekuthi umhlaba wabani awusibabani manje uvele akureferishe back kuma traditional structure.
In the show, Channel Yemaswati News, Justice Dlamini Mansini. A less privileged citizen of the country is pleading for assistance from the nation, stating that any form of assistance can do since they cannot make ends meet. We have a report.
A man of Manzini stated that he was barred to attend his mother's funeral. This follows that he was called with a certain surname, which made him and his relative clash as he is trying to make means to unite with his real family members. Those who are related to her mother barred her from attending the funeral.
ngumfana uqala kuye makethanda ivlakade so ke benashone make besinenza bekulungisa sibongo ngithole sibongo lesingiso sami seliqiniso sakasithole engilitshe bengikutholile lokho manje ke umndeni bosolo ungahlangani nje ke ngiphila nawo lokho usebenzisa sibongo lesi sakanhlabathi egcineni kwakhona nyalo sashonile ke maka ngoba ngayana sesibayeni ngakucela lo sibahlanganisele imndeni sengiyacela ke ukuthi angusiyami bekunene ngoba ngayeva ukuthi mako wenza kasithole ngilitshe ngicela lokuthi ngosiyami mane bamlungise ke kuhlanganiswe lemindeni yonke nangabe kuliqiniso lesiswati ngoba siswati ngiyasesaba nami simahloti mane bambeke eceleni kwababa khona le kasithole mina ngidasengiyakulungisa lokho maphepha nakushothi uNkulunkulu utangisita ngiphe amandla letindleko labathi bayadifuna ukuthi ngente ko DNA test nalo baba langishiye angibhalise kuye mama so nyalo ke lokulanga bese kuyendeka babese labemndeni laba bakhaboma ke ngoba gogo utalwe ngene emphakathi ke inkosatana wangishiya ngakhuliswa nguye washona abenze ndamaphile stake seke kunebantwana abadala ke labenze khona ngithi beka leyo dzabalo labantwana bafuna ukuyifa ke umalume nabomamncane bagcine ke bacela emaphoyisa lenye iphoyisa nje lifike ngesikole khwela kimi ngikhanza ngiyadabalaza ngisemigwaqweni ngidama impilo nanamajaka transport ngihamba ngithwalisa sive ngisigibegibeta kuncenga impilo befike le phoyisa lingitshela ukuthi ngingasatholakala ngilemabaleni ekhaya angigcine nje kanti phela engathi sengibhudula umdzalo utawuhlele embisa nalo ukungcwatshwa kwamaka seke ke sengekwesaba ke nangekwesaba ukuthi angisathi balungisene wakhona kulomanga ngoba ngehta ngathi ukonde make lesifefe lesakhona sathiwa kakhulu ngake mina ke incumbi nje yabo labantu nekungathi ngokufika ungena babe labanye bakhona abayasemukelani kahle so nasengivala amaphoyisa asho njalo nje ngibese ke ngisaba ke sengithi ngicela inkosi yamane nengiside bekunene nibe nami noma ngase bangilimata bangibulala kulenza ngoba sengisele ngedwana nje mane nengiside nemgcwabo bathi ngawungenele.
Vichand Yemaswati News, Linda Shong, report combined by Justice Lamini Mansini.
The All Regional Football Association today started their annual meeting where they first had disagreements, but the meeting continued and they had resolutions that will assist the organization as games are expected to resume.
We paid 2020, 2021. If we report yala, who are you?
The All Regional Football Association today had staged their meeting where they were discussing on the logistics of the resuming of their game, where they were deliberating on some of the issues. They had disagreements while in the meeting, even though they continued with the meeting.
Kwabuyitela kuvumeleke khona singabamba umhlangano lona lo bulletin ngane besinalo namhlanje endlini sineka emalunga ethu angetulu kwa 400 ukhanze ukuthi ke AGM yethu kubane abantu ngetulu kwa-500 ngaleso sikhathi-ke eveni bekusede imvume ubamba umhlangano wacishe ufike kuleto nombolo leto sagcina singakawubambi sibachazele-ke bagcina basebayayiva le ndzaba wase uyachubeka umhlangano wethu sachubeka nawo sawathula ema-report sethu sawathula nema-financials ethu eminyaka bawa-adoptha bawamukela emalunga ukuthi angiwo sakhulumisa indzaba letinyenti-ke ukuthi ibhola seyifanele ukuthi iqale sakhulumisa nendzaba yokuthi kutawuhamba Super League aqale kule viki litawudlala ema-games abo.
Some of the members of the association also commented on what they recommend.
Ne-admin yawo bathathe tinqumo njengalezo ukuthi cha emateam akaqhubeka affiliate up to February solo affiliate leso sinqumo is positive. On the negative aspect ukuthi izinyana ayikavunyelwa ukuthi ikhulume for reasons lengingawazi balile kungikhomba waze wayophela umhlangano
ngoba imali ayikadlali for 2 years imali solo iyabhangelana iyayidu lokunye afile ama-officials ebhola ngalokuthi imali ye-covid kayikasebenzi tincomo lesingasisho nje ukuthi abasihlangabethele abantu labadzala nebakithi basithengele letinto te-covid labo sanitizer nabo bani singaze sife siphele.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Dinda Shongot Kimbali Mavuso Mbabane.
Recapping our top stories to end English news. One of the senior citizens of the country today is turned 70 in an event which was also the launch of his books, as is one of the writers in the kingdom. Umhluma Widow and Youth Foundation today met with widows at BULLETIN, where they were giving them details on how they can derive income and also grow their businesses through financial